everybody, this is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Chat Show, and I hope all is well. Uh, Today we're going to be talking about a couple things. This is going to be kind of a short video, because it's so hot in here. It's about 89 degrees, just shy of 90. And of course, I have my windows open, and my fan's going. Um, Here we go. Watching this fan. It's working better now. Anyway, um, so I'm doing my best trying to stay cool. So anyway, we're going to talk about, again, two things. First of all, I want to congratulate Cal Raleigh. Sorry. Congratulate Cal Raleigh on his uh, home run derby championship during the 2025 All-Star Midsummer Classic games. And he did an excellent job. I was really kind of surprised, but he worked it. It was basically a family affair. His little brother was the catcher, and his dad threw the ball, pitched the ball, and they did fine. They worked the team. And also, it's kind of a feather in Seattle Mariners' cap that they got their very own home run champion in their ranks. And again, congrats to the National League on their win. It was a pretty tight game. It really was. Of course, they were fighting the heat and the humidity down in Atlanta, which is really humid there. And so it makes it kind of hard to do a game. Trying to work in that type of heat. And too bad the Brave Stadium is not enclosed and it's in AC. If they're in AC, it would have been much better for them because they would not be in humid environment. They'd be in a better environment. They could work better. They'd be cooler, that type of thing. And it'd be a safety thing for during storms too, because they were kind of afraid of a thunderstorm moving over Atlanta during the game. They were keeping an eye on it. So, like most open air stadiums, gets a little dicey when you see a big thunderhead lurking nearby. You just don't really want to get hit by lightning. Now, Seattle is smarter. They have their stadium could be open or it could be closed. When we get storms up here like this, like rain, heavy rain, T-storm, they shut the stadium up. That way the players and the crowd to be safe from lightning strikes and from rain. And it's been saving a lot of money on that, really has. Now, over in Lemon Field, which is where the Seahawks play, it's the same thing, same setup like T-Mobile Park. They could close up the stadium there too for safety reasons, which is smart. So, anyway, again, congrats to both. And as the old saying goes, there's always next year. Now, the second half does not start for the Mariners until Saturday. So they got today, tomorrow, which is Thursday, then you got Friday. They got 3 days to rest up some more. So they really kind of needed this break. They really do. But I'm sure that they're like on Friday or whatever, they come in and they practice and warm up and get back in the swing of things. Um, so anyway, in hope the Mariners do really well in the second half of the season. As far as he who shall not be named, you know who I'm talking about. He needs to resign. He needs to get out of it and resign. And I think a whole new presidential team needs to be appointed. Okay. Uh, the mangas are being idiots. Number one, they should know better. I'm talking about in Congress. I'm talking about in the Senate. Not so much the Senate side, but the House side. House side, they're being a bunch of idiots. Okay, on the manga side. Um, they need to really take off the rose-colored glasses and start really seeing things as they are and go, is this really what we wanted? You know, what the people wanted? They need to listen to the American people. Because you know why? You and I are their bosses. They work for us, not the other way around. Now, if I understand from Trump, he's asked several key GOP members if they should fire Jerome Powell of the federal chairmanship. Well, there's a big difference between the federal banking system and Congress and Trump. He should just leave Jerome Powell alone and let him make decisions that he deemed working. Mr. Powell's he's basically worked for two presidents, well, Trump the first term, and then second term, the other term, he also worked for President Biden, which he did just fine, okay? The federal chairmanship is not political. They never have been, okay? It's just concerned about laws and banking regulations and rules and everything else because they're put there for a reason, right? Well, I think now people need to push back and say, no, you leave Jerome Powell alone. Person who they really should fire is Trump. Trump and company. Him and his cabinet. They should fire all of them. And what I really would love to see is this. I know people say, well, you're preaching to the choir and this and that. I said, well, you know, when you say that, it's telling me that you condone what they're doing. So stop condoning what they're doing. And start pushing back. I would really like to see in the House and in the Senate is to lock out the MAGAs, lock out the GOP, and do simple majority votes. They don't need the numbers on both sides. It's just simple majority votes. And start impeaching Trump and, you know, and then after that, start appointing a new president. You can either appoint or do a snapshot election like Canada and England does. Now, their election system window is very, very small, very short. Theirs is like 2 months or 3 months. Very, very small compared to ours is like close to 2 years, which is ridiculous. So they really should cut that back and revamp the election system. Do it for 3 months. Okay? You have your conventions done the first month. Of course, they want to do, you know, the delegates and everything. do like local for two, 1 week do local, do selections, then select those in the following week in the national convention, go to the national convention for one month, that same month, hold both the Republican and Democratic. Frankly, I think the Republicans should be banned. They should be shut down, and a new party be in its place. Two new parties in its place. And go from there. Then the third month, do your election, national election. Okay? And they should just cut out the electoral college. Don't do that. That way it's less chance of fraud going on, less chance of cheating, because that's where the cheating was done, was through the electoral college. It wasn't really beefed up, okay? Then, do it by popular vote. That way it's fair, it's honest, and it's direct. Don't do it indirect on presidential. Do it direct. Do what Canada and England does. Great Britain does. They do direct votes. They don't have this electoral college or anything crap. They do electoral. They do that with their members of Parliament, not the House of Lords. House of Lords is hereditary on the House of Lords side. I kind of like their system in many ways. But the MPs, members of Parliament, the House, they do direct elections, okay? And I don't know how often they rotate their members that run. Some serve like couple of terms, and there are others that serve one term, or it all depends on their personal thing that's going on with them and everything. But they concentrate on helping the people, and that's what they do, okay? Now the king, he directs the House, or submits suggestions and say, hey, let's do it this way and that way. And then they could talk it over. And then the Prime Minister, who is a member of Parliament, he makes the final decision, or both the House of Lords and the Parliament decide on the issue and they vote for it. And then he signs into it, and then he gets an agreement from the king. I think that's how it works. So anyway, it works for them, it should work for us. We really need to revamp our election system is what we really need to do, okay? And make it more secure in voting by doing direct voting. No, we don't need to use the electoral college, okay? It's part of the Constitution, but we don't really need to use it. We really don't. It needs to be direct vote like we do with our senators and House of Representatives. Those are direct votes. So why can't we do a direct vote for the president? Okay? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. I don't think I have anything going on. Hold on a second. Let me check my calendar. Calendar. Where are you, calendar? There we go. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I'll see you on I will see you on Friday the 18th at 1 o'clock. Um, so I'll see you then. I don't know why this is doing this. I don't know if it's Facebook's issue. It says live video starting. Well, I am showing live. Okay. So, anyway, I will see you on Friday. I will post this on my YouTube channel. And I need more subscribers so I can go live on YouTube only. Do that. Right now, I can't go live because I don't have enough subscribers. And frankly, I think YouTube needs to lower that standard. They really do. They make it. They should let people go live irregardless how many subscribers they have. Because I'm pretty sure people will grow subscribers pretty fast without that restriction. I really do. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Take care. Stay safe. Keep your eye on the sky because right now in the Midwest it's getting stalked by storms more than anything. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Love you loads. Bye bye.